Hello, Sophie.
Hi.
Hi. So thank you for offering this testimonial. You came to see me for stress management a few weeks ago.
Yes, I did.
Great. So could you tell us what challenge made you come and see me?
Well, I tend to get quite stressed about things in general, but I think recently with COVID and being at home, it just kind of bubbled up. So it was a new way to try and manage my stress.
I understand. Did you actually, did you try something else before coming?
I've tried in the past, like regular therapy, like one-on-one therapy, where usually they recommend like CBT and that sort of thing. But I found that it was not regular enough to make a long-lasting impact. So that was limited in what it could provide me.
Understood. So why did you choose hypnotherapy?
Well, I've heard about it in passing, but I've never properly looked into it, and then my dad suggested it, so I did a bit of research and thought this would be a really interesting experience.
So you had this experience. How would you describe it to someone who doesn't know?
It's a very it's a wonderful experience. I mean, you leave feeling so ecstatic. The actual experience itself is very like no other. You're very conscious of what's going on, but so relaxed. And then you leave with this newfound subconscious knowledge of how to better live your life.
Subconscious, what do you mean by subconscious knowledge?
It's like in regular therapy, you'd kind of talk about it and then come up with coping mechanisms, whereas this, you lie and you listen and you relax and then you leave, and then when a stressful moment appears or surfaces in your life, you just have this subconscious ability to manage it better, and that like a light bulb goes off in your head and you're able to just deal with or cope better.
Interesting. And so you've experienced this state, and you must have become aware of those misconceptions that you must have read about before coming to our center. So what are they?
I think that there's a very stereotypical idea of, an entertainment industry hypnosis, where, you dangle a watch and you're a zombie and you do whatever you're told to do. And you have no control, which is completely the opposite of what this hypnosis actually is. The whole time you're perfectly conscious and aware of what's going on, and you're able to, if something were to happen, you would be able to just get up and walk out and do whatever you want. But you're so relaxed that you're able to just feel the energy of the room, and it's very calming.
How many sessions did you have?
I've had 3, and they've all been different, but all enlightening in different ways.
Could you elaborate on that? How would you compare the process with the traditional therapies you did before?
I think traditional therapy is more time consuming in that you sit and you talk about your feelings, and then you come up with, as I said before, coping mechanisms of, if you feel angry, write it down and work through it. Whereas this was very quick and efficient in that you go and you talk about it, and then you have your hypnosis, and then you leave. And then for me, it was stress. So as soon as I started going back into stressful situations, for example, things like making a deadline, instead of going, oh my God, this is it, this is the end of everything, you're able to slow down and go, no, it's okay, it will be all right. It's kind of a subconscious thing.
What are you going to do differently as a result of the work you've done with me in hypnosis?
Instead of worrying about it being a final problem, you're able to look at it in a bigger picture. So, not sweat the cliche, don't sweat the small stuff. And I have been, even in the last 3 sessions, I've been able to identify when something that would have previously wound me up, now I'm able to just go, it really doesn't matter. And the results are so clear and immediate and you don't even realize it. You do it, and then you go, oh my God, I did that. So it's really nice to be able to see the change.
So now let's say you meet someone who really wants to alleviate stress and is still hesitating to use hypnotherapy. What would you say to that person?
I think it's a wonderful way to get all the benefits and more compared to regular therapy, in that it's quick and it's easy and efficient, and you don't have to. Regular therapy is time consuming. This is effortless. You go, you're hypnotized, and then you see the immediate results, which is something that I've never had with regular therapy or any other sort of stress management that I've tried. So I would absolutely recommend it.
Thank you very much, Sophie.
You're welcome.